Hey, good morning, good day, and good evening, wherever you are in this world. My name is Craig Whitney, and I am the founder of Next Level Coaching and the Legacy Forge podcast. Now, today's episode, this is a back to back podcast episode of an amazing interview earlier about the impacts of people pleasing and how to find your voice. So I thought I'd just do another one because I'm pretty much in the zone. Yeah. So begin here, and we're going to break the next sort of 5 or 6 episodes up into smaller episodes and explain the journey down the pyramid. Yeah. I'd normally do this on Facebook or a masterclass, but bugger it. Let's do something different and do it on a podcast instead because Meta is just being completely annoying at the moment. And I, for one, with my ADHD, cannot sit there and endure the migraine of dealing with Meta's customer support at the moment for errors in their AI software for jailing people. So I thought, let's just do it on my podcast and see how we go. Uh, there we are. That's a little bit better. Alrighty. So today, first up, like and subscribe. I'm on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Find me there, and I'm also on YouTube for the video. Yeah. So today we're going to focus on legacy, or the Greek of Aeternum. So to open up, we're going to start with a story. Because like the ancient Greeks and the Roman soldiers and the Greek philosophers, we learnt by story. And the Legacy Forge is about creating your own story, your own state, your own mark of the immortal. Yeah? So before there were kingdoms, before names were carved into stone, there was a forge that never cooled. It sat beyond time, high in the mountains, where wind carried memory and fire spoke truth. This was Aeternum, not a place you reached, not a goal, a checklist, or anything like that. Although a state you became. Many climbed toward it, most turned back. Those who reached the forge arrived carrying weapons they no longer trusted, titles, trophies, stories of who they used to be. They thought the forge would give them some more. They were wrong. The keeper of Aeternum never asked what they wanted. Only one question echoed through the stone. What are you willing to outgrow? To enter, each seeker had to place something precious into the fire. Not gold, not steel, but identity. The masks that once protected them, the armor that once saved them, the victories that had quietly became cages. The fire did not burn violently. It burned honestly. That's right. What was false cracked? What was borrowed melted? What was performative or dramatic turned into ash? Some screamed and fled, clutching what remained of who they were. Others stayed. Nothing eternal is built by force. It is forged by presence. They stood in the heat without flinching. They listened as the forge revealed rhythm. When to strike, when to wait, when to let the metal cool so it wouldn't shatter. And slowly, something new emerged. Not sharper, not louder, truer. A blade that did not rust in praise or snap under pressure. A form that could carry weight without needing witnesses. A being no longer chasing legacy, embodying it, living it, breathing it, feeling it. When they descended the mountain, there were no ceremonies, no applause, only this quiet knowing they would outlast trends. They would outgrow fear. They would become reference points in other leaders' men's storms. Because Aeternum is not immortality of the body. It is continuity of being. And once forged there, you are no longer driven by time. Time moves around you. That's right. Let that land for a minute. Aeternum is Mark the Immortal, the greats, Aristotle, Pythagoras, Seneca. Their teachings are immortalized in time. They have endured sands of time and been marked. That's right. They are immortal. This is what legacy stands for. Yeah. Mark of the immortal. This ain't no trend. This ain't no feel good. Legacy today has been marketed wrongly. It's been hyped up and sold. Digested down our throats, force-fed, sold, completely misaligned for what it stands for. If we go back to our Greeks, our forefathers, Aeternum is Mark of the Immortal. Excuse me. I have a bit of a head cold that I got over Christmas, so I'm pushing on, I'm persevering. My heart is still there. I'm still in the game. It's what I do. Legacy is being immortalized, marked. Marcus Aurelius once paraphrased, continuation of the human flame, the essence. That is the story of Aeternum. When you're in flow with your legacy, time moves around you. You don't chase time. Yeah. This is forged by presence, by being present around you. Legacy is also the top tier that I start with when I sit with my clients and coach. Put my coaching hat on for a minute. When you go to the self-development events, they start with changing the environment. Turn the music up, get some positive vibes going on, and then so forth, as I shared in the last episode. Very rarely do they get past here. Yet forget the change here and augment this question is, why are you here now? And not what is your highest purpose? What is your highest purpose? Who are you? Who do you stand for? What is your highest purpose? Your highest purpose, generally, if you can put it as one word, is your highest value that you will rather sacrifice for yourself to ensure this lives on. However, we're still caught here a lot of the time unconsciously as a safety mechanism somewhere along here. Most of the time, it's our identities wrapped up with our ego, pretending to be living in our soul. That's why when we go to, excuse me, self development seminar and they turn the music up, we feel good. It's appealing to hear. It's not ripping this off and going to here. Yeah. I start with legacy because I want to tear this mask free straight away. It's like ripping a band aid off, right? The quicker the better. Yeah, it may hurt a little bit more. However, I want to know why. Not just why you're here, not justify that. But what is your highest purpose? Who do you stand for? Yeah. What is greater than yourself? Yeah. So some of the questions that I have in mind is actually that first question is, what is your highest purpose? And generally people will give me a paragraph. Yeah. So first up, if you haven't drawn this model up, I suggest draw it up or go back and listen to the last episode. It's a 7-layer deep triangle. And we go legacy, leadership, identity, values and beliefs, capabilities, behaviors, and environment. We put ego on the left, soul on the right. Yeah. All life coaching starts at the bottom. They turn the music up, they change the environment to get a positive vibe going. So everybody's in there. You pack, excuse me, 200 to 8,000 people in a room somewhere, change the environment and you get temporal change of behaviors right in the moment. You teach maybe a capability, maybe an NLP strategy, cognitive strategy or something to get them out of the funk in the moment. Yeah. And then you might have a conversation around values. Or most of the time is what belief did you take on? They go and kick the wound, yeah? Nothing wrong with that. Who hurt you, etc. Kick the wound, get a few tears going on, which is good. Yeah. Need to experience that in the moment. Yeah. That I believe is important. The rest of it, in my view, is a crock of shit. Yeah. Meaning you get to this far, you very rarely touched the identity, yeah? Because your identity hasn't shifted. They may have the loud music and the rah-rah going on. You may have changed the behavior in the moment, but you're forgetting one key thing, legacy. Yeah, what's the highest purpose? Who are you? Not why are you here? Different. Who are you? Who's your highest purpose? What is your highest purpose? Who are you? What do you stand for? One word. What is your highest purpose? Your highest value that you'd rather sacrifice your life. Your hill that you're dying on. Yeah? Write that down now. What is your highest purpose? You might have to give a paragraph. That's okay. Do a bit of a brain dump. Yeah? A purpose statement. And that's cool. Do what you need to do because your purpose statement is where we get into your values and beliefs, where we start to flesh out, your mission and purpose statement and core values, etc. Yeah. So it's kind of doing 1.1 exercises at the same time. Yeah. However, your highest value is your highest purpose. It's if I poke you in the chest, you'll stand up to me. Don't do that. Don't do that. You won't think about it. You won't give me some cheesy quote. You won't bow down to me. You'll stand up to me and go, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. We got that clear? So the next question is, what needs to die for you to live that? What needs to die? Quick, 3 things. Okay, got that down? Now let's get a picture in mind, yeah? Picture the impact you want to leave behind once you are gone. Think in the lens of Marcus Aurelius or Seneca or Pythagoras. What sort of impact have they left? What truth about that legacy demands your full commitment right now? Kind of tags on to the last question, yeah? Is there a story or lie you've been living that hides who you truly want to be? What's that lie? What's that mask you've been wearing? Yeah? Because it's a lie. What truth are you ready to own now? If leaving your legacy required giving up comfort or popularity, the performance self, yeah, what would you stop tolerating without hesitation? Now, this is an interesting question. Go deep. Go deep. This is one of those questions where I can read you and call you out. Most of the time I call people out because they're bullshitting me. Yeah? That's a lie. Tell me the truth. Because you're giving me surface level. Now, there's a fair bit of resistance there. "Ooh, don't be like that to me." Okay. What's the result do you want? Do you want someone to make you feel good and happy and blow unicorn dust up your ass, or do you want a result? What's your intention? If you want to feel good, I can refer you to some of these feel good coaches who you just get on the addiction circuit and just pay big money to feel good because that's what they want you to do. You may do some exercises here, some practical cognitive stuff here and get some surface level change. However, you won't get the incremental change that's needed. Yeah, you might get up on stage somewhere or on a Zoom call somewhere and get the streamers in hand and the rattle and carry on like a clown. Yeah, court jester. Yeah, I'm not into that. It's not me. If you want change, starts now. Now, I won't go any further than that because that's pretty much that top tier in a nutshell. Yeah, the rest will be broken up into different episodes and we'll break it down. Yeah, this is the moment where this ego, bring my camera over a little bit, ego, the mask of it gets ripped. I don't hold back. I'm not interested in holding back or playing small. Yeah, I've got your back. Don't get me wrong. I've got your back and your full support, but I'm not going to take shit. All right. Someone's not going to pay me to help them feel good. Feeling good will not get you the result that you need to be. High performers don't win by feeling good. Yeah. Think of it like being auditioned for an episode of Shark Tank. You think the clients on there go on Shark Tank and pitch? You think the sharks make them feel good? No. As soon as there's blood in the water, they're all over it. And 9 times out of 10 of those opportunities fail and don't go through. Yeah? And I think there's 3 or 4 out of 100 that make it past 12 months because of the grueling qualification criteria and the coaching. That's kind of the energy that I bring. tough love. I'm not into the dancing over the stage. I'm not into the extraordinary long NLP sessions. Excuse me. That bring up the past. Not interested in that. I am trained in timeline therapy and hypnosis and all the NLP magic, and it is great, brilliant stuff. However, this work is designed for short, sharp results. High performers, franchisees, leaders, entrepreneurs, we don't got time. We don't have time to sit for 3 hours for a value session or a timeline session or anything like that. It's short, sharp clarity. I can do this whole model in about 30 minutes. Actually, this whole model it's the concrete slab of next level coaching. Okay. I'll always come back to this and I'll listen in conversation of where people are at any given time because we jump in conversation. Okay. Today is all about legacy or Aeternum, which is the Greek. Yeah. Term. Yeah. I won't go any further than that. Alrighty, guys. So that's today's episode. Legacy. We start this journey down the pyramid. Yeah. Got some value from this? Like and subscribe on Spotify and YouTube, or Spotify and Apple Podcasts for the audio. Tune in on YouTube, the Legacy Forge podcast of video, and also there's audio on there as well. Yeah. Find me on Facebook, Craig Whitney. Just add me. I'm on LinkedIn, My Next Level Coaching or something. Instagram, My Next Level Coaching. And let's have a conversation around this. We deserve more leaders like our Greek ancestors, like Seneca, like Pythagoras, like Socrates, like Marcus Aurelius. Let's have a conversation and let's aim towards that thinking. Anyways, guys, Merry Christmas. Have a safe New Year and be present and create memories with your family. Yeah. Bye for now.